Audi has a new first for the Indian market. That first is parked right behind me. It is the SQ8. Now I know what a lot of you are thinking. The SQ8 has been available overseas for quite some time now, but this is the first time that Audi has decided to bring an SQ8 to India. This is the first time we're receiving an S-badged SUV from Audi, because so far we've only seen the RSQ8. The SQ8, as some of you may know, exists as a halfway house to the RSQ8 but promises about 80% of that performance. But what exactly is it that makes it stand out, and what exactly is it that differentiates it from the regular Q8 and the RSQ8? That's what I'm here to tell you in this video. This is not a regular walk around, so I will not go around and tell you what the boot space is like or what the rear seat experience is like. I will focus on what will make it truly enjoyable. My name is Amaan Ahmed and you are watching Car and Bike. In case you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon, because we're bringing you the latest cars, motorcycles and electric vehicles from all around the world. Now it's time to go and meet the SQ8. What I've always loved about the Q8 is its imposing face, and the same applies to the SQ8. The difference is that it has this brushed silver surround around this massive grille, and it has the same surround around the front air intakes as well. The headlights remain as striking as ever. This SQ8 is running on 22-inch wheels. These look rather smart, but remember that these are optional. SQ8 as standard will come with 21-inch wheels, and to get these 22s that you see on this car, you will have to shell out a few lakh rupees extra. And the brakes on this, as you will see, this is running steel discs, because once again carbon ceramic brake discs are an option on the SQ8. On the RSQ8 you get them as standard, but not here. Once again they are an optional extra. And otherwise in profile, this is very much a Q8, about the same size and has the same kind of presence in the flesh. At the back, what I like about the SQ8 is the full width tail light and the fact that it has quad tailpipes, which are not fake, they're actual exhausts, and there's a little diffuser element as well, which I feel suits the personality of the SQ8. What do you think of how the SQ8 looks? Let me know in the comments. Step inside the SQ8 and you're greeted by a mix of materials. There's some nice Alcantara on the door pad, there is leather, there is a little bit of aluminium as well, feels nice to the touch. In front of me is this flat bottomed steering wheel, and it has paddle shifters, which are not metallic by the way, they are only plastic, but they have a nice feel to them. And what I like is that once again you will find physical buttons on the steering wheel. No touch capacitive buttons on this generation of the SQ8 just yet. In front of me is a full digital instruments display. There is a large central touchscreen infotainment system, and the controls for the aircon are also touch based, but there are a bunch of buttons down here. Over here you will find the gear selector. Right next to it is a little space for your cup holders, and it has this nicely damped lid. And under the large front armrest you will find a spot for wirelessly charging your phone and two USB-C ports. But these aren't things that you're looking forward to as a buyer of an SQ8. You want to know what it feels like to be behind the steering wheel, and let me tell you that this feels refreshingly conventional and old school. It's a little bit rare to find in 2026, but this is a nice commanding driving position, and I feel when you get inside this car, your focus will be purely on the road and the performance the SQ8 has to offer. Speaking of which, let's go and check out the business end. You'd probably be surprised by which engine powered the SQ8 when it was born. You see, when it came out around half a decade ago, the SQ8 did have a V8. It was a diesel V8 engine, 4.2 liters. I know it sounds crazy in this day and age, but it is true. That engine had more than 400 horsepower and 900 Newton meters of torque. But times have changed, and in this world, we have to accept a 4-liter twin-turbo petrol V8. This is the same base engine that powers the RSQ8 as well, but in the SQ8, it has been detuned a little bit. If you can call a 500 horsepower SUV detuned. This engine develops a peak 500 bhp and 770 Newton meters of torque. I know those figures pale in comparison to the RSQ8 performances, but really, where in the real world will you be able to use 500 horsepower and 770 Nm? Plus, this will do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in 4.1 seconds. Top speed on this is 250 kilometers an hour. But there are some other performance enhancing upgrades which I think you should know about. An SUV that's nearly 5 meters long and weighs 2.3 tons needs more than just brute power to get going quickly. It also needs suspension that will keep up, and the SQ8 comes with adaptive air suspension. So right now you can see the SQ8 is in its lowest setting. This is in dynamic mode, but when you switch modes, it will rise a little bit higher off the ground for when you have to tackle bad roads. You can opt for an advanced suspension package, which essentially adds active anti-roll bars utilizing this car's 48-volt mild hybrid system, and it also gets a sport rear differential. And on top of that, this car also comes with rear wheel steering. So the rear wheels steer in the opposite direction under speeds of 60 kilometers an hour, and above those speeds it steers in the same direction as the front wheels. The rear wheels turn by 5 degrees. I'm sure you're thinking, all of that sounds fun, but how does the V8 sound? Come, let's listen to it. You can have it in one of 8 colors, including this Ascari blue, or you could choose one of Audi's exclusive paint options. And delivery times will vary depending on the level of customization you've chosen. So it can go up from around 2 to 4 months to around 6 months or even higher than that. Now we come to the price. The SQ8 costs 1 crore 78 lakh rupees ex-showroom. That places it right in between the Q8 and the RSQ8, makes it substantially cheaper than the RSQ8, around 50 to 60 lakh rupees cheaper. But remember that these cars never go at their ex-showroom price, because buyers tend to add accessories, and that adds around 20 to 25% to the car's cost. So there you have it. That is a quick first look at the SQ8. We'll be driving it quite soon, so make sure you stay tuned for that. In the meantime, let me know what you think of the SQ8. What do you like about it? Would you prefer this over the RSQ8? Do you think this is better suited for Indian road conditions? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed watching this video and found it informative, then remember to give us the thumbs up. And if you know somebody who would be interested in knowing about the SQ8, then remember to share this video with them.